between the U.S. and North Korea.
North Korea responded just moments ago with its own stern warning after President Trump said Kim Jong-un faces big trouble if Guam is threatened. The president staying in touch with Guam's governor, placing a call to assure the island he is with them, quote, 1,000%.
Now, our chief global affairs correspondent, Martha Raddatz, kicks off our coverage this morning in Seoul, South Korea. Martha, good morning to you.
Good morning, Paula. The fiery back and forth between Donald Trump and the North Korean leader is only intensifying, with each promising the destruction of the other if threats become reality. Just hours ago, the first word from North Korea since Kim Jong-un's regime announced plans to launch missiles into the waters off Guam. This morning saying if the Trump administration does not want the American empire to meet its tragic doom, they had better talk and act properly. That statement clearly in response to President Trump's string of warnings, from his Friday tweet saying the U.S. military is locked and loaded to his latest.
If anything happens to Guam, there's going to be big trouble in North Korea.
This morning, the governor of Guam releasing a video of a call he received from the president overnight.
We are with you 1,000%.
Reassuring him of the White House's support, even promising a tourism boon.
Eddie, I have to tell you, you've become extremely famous. All over the world, they're talking about Guam, and they're talking about you, and I think your tourism, you're going to go up in like 10-fold with the expenditure of no money, so I congratulate you.
Still, Guam's Department of Homeland Security releasing these pamphlets telling residents how to prepare for an imminent missile threat, urging American citizens there to not look at the flash or fireball of a possible nuclear blast. It can blind you. Here in Seoul, the threat is so close, just 35 miles to the border, a matter of minutes for a ballistic missile. You can actually get very close to North Korea just driving outside of Seoul. That's North Korea just across that river. We can see apartment buildings, but if you look closer, you can see they're all empty. Worldwide, America's allies promised to rush to America's side. Japan, South Korea, and Australia all vowing to help, but a rebuke from German Chancellor Angela Merkel, saying, I think an escalation in language is not the answer.
Well, I think maybe she's speaking for Germany. Let her speak for Germany.
But China, North Korea's biggest trading partner, crucial to solving this crisis, is making the same argument, urging restraint from both sides in a phone call between President Trump and President Xi late last night. Paula, Matt?
Thanks, Martha. And Martha will be reporting from South Korea for us all weekend. We want to bring in retired Marine Corps Colonel and ABC News contributor Steve Gagnier joining us from Washington. Steve, thanks for joining us.
Good morning, Paul.
So we've seen this war of words the last few days. North Korea issuing that statement today saying that the U.S. better talk and act properly or promises the tragic doom of America. But is there anything to really indicate a true conflict is on the horizon?
We're not seeing anything, Paul. The so-called indicators and warnings where we'd be looking at North Korea to see if they were mobilizing, if ships were leaving ports, if people were coming out of the fields to take up arms. We're not seeing that. It's pretty calm in North Korea right now. And remember that communique that they sent us said that they weren't going to launch those missiles towards Guam until after the plan was approved sometime in mid-August. So it seems like we have a little bit of a calm period here now.
And North Korea, Steve, is threatening to hit the waters off of Guam. Now, if that missile or warhead strikes within 12 miles of the island, does that constitute an act of war? And does the North have enough precision to ensure that it doesn't actually strike